Hello guys, welcome back to our little coffee club. Today's video is a continuation from last week's video where we were talking about the brew temperature offset settings of the Lelit Bianca. In theory, the brew temperature offset settings of the Bianca promise for you to be able to do some sort of, let's call it temperature profiling on your shots, where the machine will either heat up or cool down as the shot is pulling. We did some testing of those temperatures with a thermometer, and maybe it wasn't the most scientific method, but it should get the point across. If you want to see everything that went on and for you to understand the whole picture here on today's video, you would probably want to see last week's video, which I recorded all as one long video. The video got too long and I had to split it. So today's video is the continuation from last week. In a few minutes, we'll go to the other counter and pull a shot of espresso of this coffee here that I brought back from the expo in Chicago. I'm also gonna unbox and show you guys the puck screen that Gemini Coffee Tools sent me. And I actually recorded that, all of that together with most of the video from last week where we were playing around with the temperatures. But before we get into all of that, I wanna show you guys the clip from when we visited with the Flair team at the Flair booth at the expo in Chicago. Let me show you guys a clip from that right now. Very unusual, so you won't get too many on meal capotes.
Yep.
So.
Are you guys from Chicago?
No, I'm from Miami.
I'm from Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My first show.
Nice. That's excellent.
Yes, sir.
I love Miami. I was just in Miami a few weeks ago.
All right.
Just for like a long weekend.
All right. Just vacation?
Yeah.
Did you get them a puck stream, those two guys?
I didn't.
Oh, no. They walked away. I wonder where those puck streams are.
All right. I'll bring this. You said you're doing 5 and 42? So this is our new...
What's inside, an easy pretzel?
So this
It looks
is our
a little
grinding
bit like...
station. So this is our Royal grinder. So the Royal hand grinder that we've had for about 3 or 4 years now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you... Well,
yeah, so we do have a hand grinder. This is it. It's been around, like I said, for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And what we wanted to do was make sure that we gave people the option for buying a hand grinder and then also attaching that to like an electrified base.
Yeah.
So that when they're at home, they can grind electrically and make it pretty easy and seamless and everything like that. Just increase the workflow, make it all nice and easy. This does come with a 1-hour internal battery. So once it's charged up, you can also take it to go. You can take it to the beach, you can take it on a trip with you, anything like that.
I didn't know you guys made this product.
This just launched on Monday.
Oh.
Yeah. So the cool thing is that this also we're really focusing on multi-compatibility with this setup. So not only does it fit the Royal grinder, which is our proprietary system, it also right now fits the espresso lineup with a small adapter.
That's what I thought it was at first.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys made one.
Yeah, and we're looking to expand that as much as we can, right? Like the point is to have anyone who has a hand grinder at home wants to grind for espresso. Sometimes it's a bit hard, right? Like, you've got a light roast, you're trying to grind for espresso. It's a lot of work. It's kind of not the easiest thing to do in the morning. So the solution to that is instead of buying a new grinder, buy this, hook your hand grinder up, and then you've already got the system. So.
Yeah, well, you guys' whole niche in the game is the fact that you can just take it on the go. Yeah. Maybe not the 58, but like all the other ones.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that's what made you guys popular.
Yeah, definitely.
You can pull a great shot of espresso on the run. Yep, so having the grinder makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, absolutely. So here's the 58. As you know, it's got a valve plunger in it. So what Charles just did when he raised up the lever there was he opened the valve and let the water enter into the chamber. So the extraction started. It's on top of the puck. We'll usually start with a small pre-infusion, maybe for the first 10 seconds, but almost always at 3 bar, 2 to 3 bar.
Yeah, you got to get the little the pressure gauge.
And then with this roast, which is a light roast from Onyx, we'll ramp up to about 5 bar, pull it through. It's about a 2.5 to 1 ratio, something like that. And we'll pull about 45 grams out of a 19 gram dose.
That's what I do, a 1 to 2.5. Where you put 18 grams in?
19, yeah.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, close enough. I've never seen this.
Right.
Is this a proof cup? I never seen this serving one. What do you guys have? Special treatment, man.
We just brought
You did that yourself?
Yeah, we did.
No way.
We just brought it to a glass blower.
Really? They'll do
They
it? I
just
didn't
heated
know.
it up in benzene.
Yeah.
No way.
Nice, cute little spot.
Oh man, you should go with the other story. We had this custom for us.
Well, the fun thing is, I mean, we're
I would've
friends with the
believed
crew
it.
guys. Yeah, like we've known the crew guys for a long time.
Really?
But yeah, these are custom that we made.
Wow,
so.
that's awesome, man. What an idea. But it came out perfect. It looks
I
like
know,
it
right?
came out of a
It works
factory.
really well. Yeah, it does. So
All
what do you
right.
think, your first experience?
Nice acidity.
Yeah.
Still, you got the sweetness.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what do you think? What's going to take for you to pull the trigger?
Oh, I'll get one eventually.
Yeah.
Just time.
Yeah, sure.
Time. I'm still paying off my Bianca. give me a few months, you know.
This will take a little less time.
Yeah. No, I wonder if I would get the 58 because maybe not.
Yeah.
Because I can make coffee at home anytime. I can do pressure profiling.
Yeah.
So I would maybe get one that I can easier to travel with.
Sure, yeah. Like the Classic or the Flex?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, we can bring the Classic down too.
Well, great shot, buddy. Good job.
Thanks,
If
man.
you haven't seen it in
Glad you enjoyed
person, it's nice to kind of take a peek at it.
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is it.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Let me do this guy.
Well, you guys are the best doing this. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, you guys are the best doing this.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the nice aluminum frame, right? This is a stainless steel brewing head. This one comes with a bottomless 2-in-1 basket, so the spout's on there right now. You can remove the spout and brew bottomless. And then for the small upgrade price, this starts at $165. If you go to $229, you get the pressure gauge with it.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
And
to
these
me, it's
all-
kind of like a must. I gotta have it.
Yeah, it kind of
Maybe
is.
once you have a lot of experience,
Right.
you know, you can feel it out.
Sure.
But no, I would
Yeah.
definitely want it.
No, I understand. It's kind of I mean, it's the only real way that you can brew it, dial in your espresso, and then know how to repeat it from time to time, you know? But yeah, so this is pretty much what it comes with, and it also does come with that carrying case. So if you did want something that you could kind of travel with, you know.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
That is a nice one. Thank you for the shot.
Yeah, you're very
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Thank you for your time too.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, it was nice meeting you too. Have a good day, guys.
Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to run into Hoon. I'm sure he visited. Yeah.
So it's funny. I've never
I don't
met
know.
Hoon.
Okay.
But Hoon lives where I live in Tucson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm from Arizona. and
Oh
I've
man,
never
you gotta
met
go to
him.
the live. He's
I
always
know.
inviting everybody. How do you?
I know.
Come on, bro. Help him out.
I know. I gotta.
Jesus.
The funny thing is,
You
it's
live there?
Hoon's done like a lot of videos for us too.
How you think everybody finds out about this thing?
I know. But
Dude, take advantage of that. You could sell quite a few more. Well, everybody sees it all the time anyway. So, but when you're there, you can sabotage his. What's the other one that he has? That the one with the boiler. What's can't remember the name right now.
The one with the boiler.
Yeah. He has. It's a lever machine, but with the one with the boilers, the most popular one.
The La Pavoni.
La Pavoni. You sabotage the La Pavoni, so he can't use that anymore.
It's like I said last night.
Yeah.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying, Jeff.
You gotta get in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull that thing. Sabotage it, so then he'll just have to go to the 58.
I like where your head's at.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Thank you. So as you guys were able to see, they pulled a shot of espresso on a Flair 58 for us. I got to try my very first espresso from a manual lever machine. I have to say the espresso was very good. It had some nice acidity, some nice sweetness, nice balance. It was a lighter roast, and it was a wonderful shot of espresso, I do have to say. These guys were so funny. We had a lot of fun talking to them. You know, the Flair team was great. I will probably eventually buy some kind of manual espresso machine, and Flair is at the top of the game. It will probably be a Flair machine. Another thing that I wanted to mention about something I saw there with the Flair guys was a Groove. Let me show you guys. So these guys were pulling shots onto one of these Groove Propel glasses, okay? The Groove Propel glasses that I always use to pull shots of espresso. Now they had modified the glass, and they had made a little spout on it so that you could pour out of it without making a mess. And it was like perfectly shaped. It looked like it was something that was made by the actual company that produces this, but they told me that no, they took it to a glass worker, and you know, obviously probably a professional, and he knew what he was doing, and he made a perfect little spout on the shot glass, and I thought it was the coolest thing. I thought, you know, I want to get me one of those now, so I can. But I do have to say it was pretty neat. It was pretty neat. So yeah, the Flair team was awesome. The Chicago show in general was great. We're going to, as we move forward with the videos, I'm gonna be talking about specific situations of the show. I'm not gonna make like one whole like big video as to our experience in Chicago at the show, but I will, in the next few upcoming videos, I will show you guys little clips and little moments from the show and things that we really found neat and we enjoyed a whole bunch. So, okay, without further ado, let's continue with what I recorded last time and us dialing in and pulling a shot of espresso with this coffee. I'm also gonna, like I said, show you guys the puck screen that Gemini sent me. Okay, so without further ado, let's take it over to the other counter and continue with the story from last time. All right, guys, so here is the puck screen that I received from Gemini Coffee Tools. I had mentioned that I would open this with you guys, and here we go. Let's take a look at it. So, designed and engineered by Gemini, made in China. There is a website. I'll put it here on the screen for you guys. Hello at GeminiCoffeeTools.com. Okay, but first, coffee. Man, those are words to live by. Let's get this thing open. Okay, little pull tab. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's like an envelope. Okay, like this. And there's the puck screen. But first, coffee. Okay, you know, packaging is nice. I mean, it's just a puck screen. I would say they go out of their way for packaging. This is more than I expected. And here it is. But first, coffee. You know, the thickness and the overall look of it seems to me exactly like the other one I have. I think it's Normcore one. Let's get it. Okay, here's the two puck screens. I would say they're, you know, roughly the same, if not exactly the same. 58.5 millimeter, 1.7 millimeter thickness. I believe that's exactly the same like this one. You know, it says it right there. You know, but again, this is a company that, again, supports a small creator like myself. So I really appreciated the fact that they reached out and sent me this. Again, I received this product for free. I had never gotten anything free here other than maybe some free coffee. Okay, so I really appreciate the fact that, you know, they sent me this. And if you guys need a puck screen anyway, why not help out someone that is helping people like myself? You know, a small creator, it's not a big channel. You know, the fact that they took notice and sent me this, again, I really appreciate it. If you guys need a puck screen, please check them out. So today I'm gonna use it. So we're gonna go ahead and try the Gemini Coffee puck screen for the first time. And let's pull a shot of espresso. Now, this coffee that we're gonna be trying, it came from, there's nothing in the back. Okay, I haven't read the thing. I don't know what it's all about. Let's take a look at the roast level, and we're gonna pull a shot with it. This came from the Expo from Chicago back with us. So we got this for free there. You know, you do get a lot of samples here and there, different samples of stuff. I think I'm gonna cut it open, which kind of makes the whole thing super cool. You know, I said I was gonna talk about the pricing. So let's get into that a little bit. Now, I had a bit of sticker shock when I first found out about, you know, how much I was gonna have to pay for the ticket. So yeah, the website was a bit, you know, not very intuitive. It wasn't very friendly to like a first time goer. So I had questions. As a matter of fact, I reached out to Hoon and to Jay. They both kind of helped me out a little bit as to how to go about it. And, you know, at the end of the day, I was never intending to go on Friday. I thought maybe I'll go Saturday and Sunday. And then when I saw the pricing, I said, you know what? I think if we go for like the whole entire day, Saturday will be more than enough. That's what I decided. Now, the ticket for just Saturday was 200 and I think it was 220 some odd dollars each, okay? And it was my wife and I. And yeah, you know, I thought it's quite a bit pricey. I figured, you know what, maybe if we get there early and we spend the whole day, it'll be more than enough to just go the one day, and then that way we'll have time on Sunday. Again, we were going just for the weekend, but we'll have a little bit of time on Sunday to take in the sights and do some things in Chicago. And you know what, it worked out perfectly. I'm so glad I did it that way. You know, Saturday, we were beat by the end of the day. We were absolutely like destroyed from walking so much and going from booth to booth. And you know what? At the end of the day, okay, so that was my first impression. I thought this is like, wow, this is super pricey. Like, why is it so much? By the end of the day, I kind of realized why. Okay, this is not really designed or friendly to just like the general public. It's not intended for that. It's intended for people in the coffee industry, people that have something to do with this, and for them, you know, going to the expo is kind of like, you know, it's kind of like a must. It's something that you really want to do for your business and for you to move forward with what you're trying to do in coffee. You know, it's not just for like your average consumer to go in there and chit chat or take a look at the new products. It's not like a car show, okay? That is intended for general public, you know, people that build engines and people that build, you know, seats and stuff for the cars. They don't go to these shows. That's not what they're intended for. But the Coffee Expo is intended for those type of people that create, you know, that make grinders, that make tools, that maybe they have a farm and they're producing coffee and they want to get their name out there and meet people and things like that. It's for that kind of, that's the intention of the show, okay? It's for that kind of purpose. But although I'm just an average dude, I was curious, I wanted to see what it was all about. By the end of the day, I thought that it was well worth it. And I felt like, you know what? I could see why it cost this much. I think this was well worth it. My wife is not even into coffee. I thought she would be bored after like 10 minutes. She had a great time. She loved it. I couldn't believe it. I think we're already talking about next year's show. So, you know, next year's show is supposed to be in Houston. And you know what? We might go again. We had a great time in Chicago. We had a great time at the show. I didn't even feel like it was overpriced by the end of the day. I thought, you know, it was well worth it to me. I think it was great. You know, and again, one of the very first things we did was go to the Flair booth, and I had a shot from a Flair 58, and I showed you guys what happened with that. We had a great chat. We had some fun and some laughs, and you know, I recorded a little bit of it for you guys. And man, you know, it's great. Everybody in the industry, everyone we met, these Flair guys were so funny, and like we had such a good time. And that just went on and on. Every booth, from booth to booth, it was the same kind of feeling, the same kind of thing. If you wanted to just chat and have a little bit of fun, you could do that. People were willing to spend time with you and talk to you, and you know, it was a lot of fun. I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. And as a matter of fact, I did not feel it was overpriced, but I felt that way before going. But after the experience, I felt it was well worth it. And as a matter of fact, we might do it again next year. So that's where we're at with that. Okay, so you know, I wanted to talk to you guys about a lot of things today. I think I already like dove into a lot of the stuff I wanted to talk about, but there's still so much more that I think I'm just gonna pull the shot of espresso and taste it and tell you guys what I think. But I think that I might wrap it up right here with this video, because if not, it's gonna be one of those videos that I end up splitting up anyway, because it's gonna get like super long. Next week, we'll continue with the story of the expo and all that stuff, and we'll talk some more. I know I'm probably forgetting some of the things that I said on the first clip, but I've been recording now for maybe like an hour and a half by putting water in the machine, doing different clips, the temperatures, all the chit chatting. For me, it's been a while. I know I will condense this to probably like a 40-minute That's what I'm thinking right now. It'll end up being around 40 minutes, but if I keep recording and getting clips, it's just gonna be too much. So let's brew the shot. I'll taste it. I'll tell you guys what I think about this coffee. Maybe I'll guess at the tasting notes, but I'm gonna get all this done right here. So let's do that. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, I think I mentioned the little vacuum for the grinders. Man, it worked great. I'm so glad I got it. I think moving forward is a great thing to have, so that it just made the process a lot easier. And I think it was $39. I'll show it to you guys. We'll talk about that on an upcoming video. Oh, another thing. The second coffee that Joan sent me, I have it right here. The second coffee that Joan sent me, this coffee here, I froze some of it, and that will also be there at the end of the year. I have just one more brew left in here that, and I will make that tomorrow, but I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Joan, for sending that over. I had a lot of fun with reviewing it. So yeah, that's an update on this. All right, I've been gone for a week, and then we have so much to talk about, so. Okay, here we go. First of all, we got to take a look at the roast level. Let's see what this is. And I don't want to read it. I want to guess at whatever this thing is. Whoa, great. Okay, great aroma, but just clean coffee. This is, yeah, this is just, this will probably be just a wash coffee, a clean coffee. Get a little bit more on here. Okay, let me turn on the lights and show you guys the roast level. All right, there you see it. I think that's a medium to light. I'll take a picture. Sometimes it looks better on the picture, but I would say that is a medium to light, because I do see a lot of lightness in between the bean here. Maybe it could be like a true medium. Maybe a true medium. It does have some lightness there, but yeah, maybe a true medium. Let me take a picture. Okay, so I should have the focus locked right there. Let me pick all this up and see if we have, well, this is not gonna be 18 grams, but we'll dose out 18 grams. Again, a true medium at 95. We're gonna go for one of those Slayer shots that I usually enjoy. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, we're at 10 grams, 11 grams. Okay. Okay, 17.9. If I put another bean, we go to, let me put that bean as smaller. Okay, we're at between 18 and 18.1. We are between 18 and 18.1. I'm gonna use the niche 0 because again, the Duo has the brew burst installed. The coffee I'm going to use for that comparison, I've been dialing in on both grinders for the last few days. So I have been brewing it in the morning. One day I'll brew on one, the next day I'll brew on the other one, and I've been trying to get the timing and the flavor to where it's, well, first I dialed in the flavor, what I think I should be getting from the coffee, and it's a coffee I'm extremely familiar with. Again, that Dunkin' Classic Roast. And I've been, again, what we're looking for is a change, a difference. It doesn't really matter what coffee we use. Can you taste a difference? That's the main thing. So first I adjusted the flavor to the best that bag could give me, which by the way, is a little bit roastier than I'm used to from that coffee. And the acidity is not quite as high as I'm used to from that coffee, okay? But yeah, so I was a little bit taken by that fact, but it doesn't matter because what we're looking for is the change. Again, is there a difference? So the first thing I did is try to get the best out of that particular bag of that Dunkin' Original Roast. Once I did that and I figured out where I should be with that coffee, I'm trying to replicate that. I first did it on the Duo, now I'm trying to replicate that on the Niche 0 to where I'm getting the same timing, okay, the same timing, and I just have to figure out the water temperature. I already figured out for both, it's the same for both. So now it's just a matter of finding the grind size on the 0 that's gonna give me the same timing that I'm getting on the Duo, and then I should be able to do my comparison, right? So same water temperature, same filter, same brewer, same timing. The only difference will be the grinder, and we'll see if I could taste a difference that I can actually appreciate. Okay, so we'll have our 18 grams. We're gonna grind it on the niche 0, which is obviously set for pour overs right now. So the last few times we've been right around grind size 14, 13, 14. So you know what? Let's just go at 13 and a half. Split the difference, get right in the middle there, 13 and a half. Let's see what kind of timing. Again, I'm gonna shoot for 30-second long pre-infusion kind of blooming thing that I do known as the Slayer shot. And then I'll ramp up to 9 bars for another 30 seconds and see what we get. I almost switched the things, but no, I got it right. We're gonna check retention like we always do. And I switched the cups, so I should be fine. I almost made that mistake. Okay, tap the spout, start it one more time, and let's see what we got. See if we got 18. Yeah, okay. Now, again, I cleaned out both grinders just the other day, so I'm not surprised to see some retention there because they were spotless. Both grinders were extremely clean. And you know something I wanted to mention before I forget? I cleaned out the Duo. I put in the brew burst. And so far the experience using the brew burst has been totally different than with the espresso burst. Totally different meaning that, okay, first of all, with the espresso burst, I was getting more retention than I usually get with the 0. With the brew burst, I had 0 retention even the very first time that I tried it. And I have not had any retention more than like a 0.2 plus or minus since I've been using the brew burst. Even though it was completely spotless and clean. You know, I was not expecting that. And I don't know if that's something that will always happen, but it's what happened now. I cleaned it, I completely cleaned it out. I swapped out the burst and there was no retention. Okay, let's see how much we got back. Okay, not much. So should I add a little bit? 7? I'm off by a 0.3. I'm gonna roll with that. Okay, so with this coffee, we had a little bit of retention on the 0. Usually 0.3, I would try to adjust that, but again, being that I've been at it with this video for quite a long while today, I'm gonna go ahead and, again, a 0.3, you're not gonna be able to taste the difference. Now, it could affect your timing on a tiny little bit. It might, but we'll see. Let's do some puck prep. Okay, there's condensation here today because I've been running it, so. Okay. Now you guys saw in the little teaser kind of clip that some kind of interesting things happened there. And especially at the end, if you noticed. I'm not gonna talk about that today. You guys might be like really interested in what went on there, but I'm not gonna talk about it today. You guys have to join us here on the next chapter of this adventure. It's not happening today. Okay, here we go. Let's do some WDT. Oh, you know what? Let me get you guys in a little bit closer. Okay, give you this angle here for the rest of the puck prep. Yeah, the show was lots of fun, guys. You know, yeah, it is pricey, but if it's something that you really want to try at least one time, I gotta say, I highly recommend it. Will we go next year? You know, it depends. It depends what happens. Again, I wouldn't mind going, for sure. Okay, that is extremely fluffy today. As a matter of fact, it wants to kind of overflow. Okay, I'm gonna tamp with the Lelit tamper. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. A little polish. Wow. It was kind of like, you know, the coffee was very, very fluffy, kind of overflowing. Get that back in there. Wow, you know, I feel like I'm like way rusty, right? Like I'm making a lot of mistakes here today. All right, so we're gonna try our puck screen from Gemini Coffee Tools. And, you know, again, I think it's probably the same puck screen. So why not give the business to a company that helps a small creator like myself? So now looking around the edge here and that line that you could see inside, I could see that it's perfectly level. So my tamp was on point. Let's pull a shot and see if we can have the kind of timing here that I'm looking for. All right, I should have all the cameras running here. And we're gonna try the Slayer shot. You know, I forgot to leave my cup warming up on top of the machine today because I was filling up water and cleaning and doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, because today I pulled the machine forward. I pulled it forward and I cleaned out the tank. I didn't replace the filter. I did that not too long ago. It wasn't time. But you know, the tank, every now and then you wanna get the water out, get clean water and give it a good wash with soap and everything and clean it all out. So that's what I did today. I rinsed it well, then I filled it. You guys saw I ran out of water doing all the testing. But okay, let me heat up the cup. So this water from the steam boiler is pretty much at boiling. So I'll put the cup with the water on top of the machine and we'll take it from there. Let it get hot there for a minute. Let me start the scale. Today we're back on the timer. Again, the automatic espresso mode, which I love using. Okay, let me get the hot water out of here. Okay, the cup is hot. Let's get the shot going. Okay, it didn't beep. Oh, that's right. This one I turned off the beep on the timer. I haven't used it in a while. Man, I am talking about I'm really rusty. Holy cow. All right, yeah. The timer, the beeping, it was a bit annoying and louder than on the Akaya, so I turned it off from the beginning. Okay, we start with the paddle at 5 o'clock, the way you see it here. And again, this is for the Slayer shots. When the pressure starts coming in, I kind of close it to level it off between 2 and 3 bar. And then when we hit 30 seconds, I start opening it up, take it to 9 bars, and hopefully we have it running for another 30 seconds. So the whole thing here, you wanna hit, I'm looking for a 1 to 2.5 ratio, so 18 grams of ground coffee and get about 45 grams out. And we should be able to accomplish that in the timing I just set. So let's see if it works out. That's what dialing in is all about. You might have to go finer if you want to slow it down, or coarser if you want to speed it up. Okay, here comes the pressure. So level it off between 2 and 3. I probably want to start getting a few drips before the 30 seconds. But no more than maybe an ounce of coffee, or I'm sorry, no more than maybe like a couple of grams of coffee. So okay, I went a little bit over because I was talking to you guys here. But okay, we're at 9 bar. We had it going for like 35 seconds, that's fine. So now we're looking for 45 grams out. Love the crema on the coffee, looks great. Looks lighter than what I was guessing. Okay, we almost hit it right on the spot. We're at 45.2 grams. We had it for 41 seconds since first drip, 69 seconds overall. I think overall I'm like 8 seconds, 9 seconds over where I want it to be. So just slightly over where I want it to be. So I will grind a little bit coarser. Maybe I will go to, we were at 13 and a half. Maybe I will go to like 14 and a half, maybe even 15 and see what happens. But again, that all depends on the flavor. That's the main thing. Let me taste it. Give it a swirl. Wow, there's a lot of crema. That shot looks beautiful. Let me stop this camera. Okay, I have two cameras going now because I have the GoPro still going, and you could see the shot there. Let me show you with the phone. You could see it there, but look at the crema. Look at how pretty that shot looks. It does look a bit lighter than what I was expecting. So the fact that we ran for an extra, like, 8, 9 seconds, something like that, that might work on my favor. So let me see, let me taste this. Okay, again, these are the Propel shot glasses from Kroof. They have some little winglets inside that stir up your coffee. So when you swirl it like this, it kind of stirs it up. All right, let's give it a taste. Aroma, delicious aroma, very nice. Kind of caramel-like. A little bit of florals. Nice. Okay, let me taste it. I'll tell you guys in a second. It's quite hot. Wow. Those are quality beans. I have to say, this is a delicious shot. I'm glad I pulled the shot the way I did. If I would have gone for a more traditional shot, the brightness and acidity would have been too much for me, but like this is just right. Wow, it's delicious. Very fruity. Brightness and acidity right where I like it. It's very under control. Maybe a little bit of milk chocolate in the background. I wouldn't even call it like dark chocolate because there's like too much sweetness. There's not. Yeah, fruity. Definitely a little bit of like milk chocolate in there. Some caramel. Delicious shot. This is spot on. I would go and talk to you guys some more at the other counter, but again, this video is already gonna get super long as it is. We'll talk some more next weekend on Sunday. For now, let's see the tasting notes. Caramel, there it is. Red cherries. Okay, I said fruitiness. Oh, and floral. Man, I gotta say, I'm getting pretty good at this. I could see my taste buds kind of developing to where I'm getting like better and better at guessing at the tasting notes. And man, I'm surprised I got this close. I agree with everything that says there. Absolutely, that's what I got from it. And I can't believe it. Like, oh my goodness, I'm blown away again. Okay, what is this? What does it say? Cameroonian. What is it? Is that like the roaster or? Oh, it says medium. So it is definitely a medium. And that's what I was more inclined to say. Maybe medium to light, okay, from flavor alone, I would say medium to light. But from looking at it, definitely I agree with medium. It says it was roasted on 410. Okay, so very fresh. Very nice coffee. I gotta say, that's quality. I don't know it doesn't say anything about variety or anything. Mount Oku. I don't know. I got this for free at the show. I don't know what it is. It was already in the bag when we picked up. They give you like they don't give it to you. You can just pick it up anywhere. They have these bags that you could carry around and kind of throw things in there as you, brochures, maybe business cards, and little samples of stuff. You could just throw it in these bags. And I think this one was already in the bag. So I didn't go to like a particular booth to pick this up. So I don't know. I have to look into it, see where this comes from. One thing I do have to tell you, it's a delicious, delicious shot. This is spot on. Great. You know, Slayer shots, they never disappoint me. That's why I'm gonna just stick to that and kind of like, I mean, I've tried like the, you know, if it's a dark roast, no. Or if the coffee has like no acidity, maybe not. But with coffees with acidity, okay, and the lighter roast coffees, wow, the Slayer shot just works. For me, you know, as far as what I like tasting in coffee is spot on. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I'm gonna stop chit-chatting here. I'm gonna have to edit a long video with all kinds of clips as it is. So, you know, we'll revisit this. Tell me, I know I made some mistakes today. I've been all over the place, and hopefully you guys got a little bit of a laugh at my expense. But please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next Sunday.